Let's get to Bob Pisani, see what's moving. Hey, Bob.
Good morning, Carl. Happy Thursday, everybody. We started negative and went into positive territory. There's real momentum behind the market. I just want to show you the sectors. We had some decent reports on the retailers today. I mean, TJX, they missed on their earnings, but the sales were well above expectations. They took an inventory reserve, but comps were positive in the reopened stores. That stock's trading up about 7%. Energy's doing well again. Tech's up. Industrials, banks have even moved into positive territory, and that's been a laggard group. So again, this broadening out of the market that I keep talking about is happening again today. You look at the S&P 500, we're approaching 3,000. Believe it or not, that's about the 200-day moving average. We haven't been above the 200-day moving average since early part of March. I think it's 29.99 is what you want to watch there, and we're getting close on that. So Brett's been improving. The volatility's been declining. Credit's expanding. We've got oceans of liquidity out there. A lot of debate about the market multiple. Is it too overpriced or undervalued? That's a legitimate question here. But remember what's moving the market. It's not crazy why the market's advancing. We're reopening. If you look at what's moving, all 50 states right now, we saw the Fed's backstop is very real, even though there's some fiscal gridlock in Washington. But Powell's very active. Treatment for vaccine hopes are there, and new cases are declining. And there's a legitimate question, I think, about the valuation issue, whether we're overvalued or undervalued. That's a legitimate debate. Elsewhere, you heard David talking about BuyDo considering delisting. This is a report on Reuters. We don't know if it's true or not, but it's not having a dramatic effect on the stock. In fact, it opened down and is now trading on the upside. But there's a lot of issues going on here with China and the U.S., and this is sort of getting dragged into this whole thing here. We've had Senate legislation that might ban many Chinese companies from listing on U.S. exchanges or raising any money. We've had other things here. We've had Nasdaq considering they are tightening their listing requirements for IPOs. The SEC has repeatedly said they're frustrated with China regulators over the inability of the regulators here to inspect the audit papers of U.S.-listed Chinese companies. So there's a whole stew of issues that are affecting all of this. Very complicated. Alibaba, by the way, reporting tomorrow. We'll keep an eye on that. Finally, we have an IPO at the New York Stock Exchange. It's a virtual IPO. It'll be manually open. My buddy Pete Giacchi over at Citadel will be doing that from his house today. But it's a well-known name, SelectQuote. Everybody knows this company. They do a lot of advertising, insurance policy comparison website here, and they upsized the whole thing. Their price talk was 17 to 19. They're doing $20, and they've expanded the shares out there. So by any stretch of the imagination, this looks like a successful opening for an IPO. Keep an eye on that right now. Positive territory.